Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and beautiful early spoilers, May 26 to 30. Liam's time is up and Deacon fights back. Bold and the beautiful spoilers for May 26 to 30, 2025 see Liam Spencer's, Scott Clifton. Time is just about up, and Deacon Sharp, Scene Canon, is fighting back about something. As we always do on early edition day, we're going to start with what's coming the rest of this week, and then talk about what is ahead for next week. With that in mind, on Wednesday, May 21st, we've got a previously broken up couple patching things up. Obviously, unless something dire happens, it's going to be Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, because Hope just showed up at Carter Place and said he's the guy she wants and loves. But Carter's kind of in shock because that's just what he heard Hope saying to Liam, and he tells her that. He seems in shock at what Hope is saying. But he said he loved her and he wants her, so he's like, okay. But Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, is going to be horrified because she thought, oh, I've got him. I've got Carter. Speaking of her, Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, and Zend Forrester, Delon Demetz, are talking to Daphne about a new line. Could be cosmetics, maybe some kind of branch off. But after hearing that Hope has gone back and reunited with Carter, looks like Daphne is planning to pack her bags to head back to Paris because she's not going to get the prize she wanted. Meanwhile, Liam gets a health update over at the hospital from Dr. Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech. Looks like Finn, Tanner Nublin's going to go along to translate the medical jargon. But it does not look good. He's hoping it looks good, but things are dire. The scans haven't changed. Maybe they're going to find something, though. Recently Finn had told Liam no change after the latest test results. But they may be telling him, all right, you are dying, but now we have a better timeline. Liam is having worse symptoms and looks like time may be up. I still don't think he's going to die, though, so we'll see. Thursday, May 22nd, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Buddig are back to fighting about guess what? Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye. And more arguments about the little stunt that Brooke pulled with Eric Forrester, John McCook, at the Forrester Creations fashion show. Brooke's going to keep beating Taylor, Rebecca Buddig, over the head with Dusty Destiny. Taylor might say, possession's 9/10 of the law, and guess what? I've got Ridge. And she may throw in Brooke's face that the Portofino dress stunt just didn't work. The prancing around in her lingerie didn't work on Bold and the Beautiful. Nothing's worked. Ridge is still with Taylor, Rebecca Buddig. So she's probably just going to say, give up Brooke, but she probably won't. Ridge gets relationship advice from Katie Logan, Heather Tom, who based on her own track record, probably shouldn't be handing out any relationship advice. Things aren't going well for her. But she's obviously going to tell Ridge, embrace your destiny. Go back to Brooke. But at least for now, Katie is wasting her time. On Friday, May 23rd, we've got a loving reunion taking place, and the happily reunited couple reconnecting. Those are the vague spoilers, but looks like it is Hope and Carter unless something drastic changes. Now Liam is getting a slice of news that looks particularly bad, and he's probably going to share it with Hope, but he also told her to go back to Carter. So this looks like them really getting back together. However, he just told Daphne, you were right about Hope. So he's confused. Meanwhile, something finally gets Brooke to snap out of this funk that she's in. And it could be that Hope kind of fills Brooke in on some of the things she doesn't know, like that she has decided to reunite with Carter. But with that and Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McKinswood, rehiring her, Brooke's got some questions. So especially with Liam now getting much worse, and it is becoming more apparent that something is wrong with him, and he is sick. She may tell her mom Brooke, "Okay, I'm just going to get real." Liam's dying, but she can't tell anybody. Especially because there's a chance Taylor could tell Rich. So everybody obviously is going to be finding out soon, and this may shake up Brooke and have her thinking less about Ridge and more about being there for Hope and for her granddaughter, Beth, as they have to deal with the bold and the beautiful. The Spencer family faces an emotional reckoning as Liam Spencer's terminal diagnosis becomes public, forcing Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester to confront their shared past and uncertain futures. Liam's decision to move in with Steffi and Finn had already raised eyebrows, but the truth behind his absence from Beth's life is far more devastating. After an emotional confrontation, Steffi reveals to Hope that Liam has been diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. Hope is left reeling, grappling with the shock of Liam's condition and the secrecy that kept her in the dark. Hope's world is shattered as she processes the news of Liam's illness. The revelation forces her to reassess her relationship with Liam, her role as a mother to their daughter Beth, and her complex history with Steffi. In the face of impending loss, Hope must find a way to navigate her emotions and support her family. Steffi is torn between her loyalty to Liam and her commitment to her family. Having kept Liam's diagnosis a secret to protect him, Steffi now faces the consequences of her decision. As tensions rise, Steffi must find a way to reconcile her past with Liam and her present with Finn. Bill Spencer is devastated by the news of Liam's condition. Determined to save his son, Bill explores every possible avenue, including seeking out experimental treatments. His desperation leads to a renewed connection with Liam, but the question remains, is it too late? As the Spencer and Logan families come together to support Liam, old wounds are reopened, and new alliances are formed. Hope and Steffi, once rivals, find common ground in their shared love for Liam and their daughters. The week culminates in a poignant moment where both women stand united, putting aside their differences for the sake of family. This week's episodes promise to deliver heart-wrenching drama and emotional depth as the characters of the bold and the beautiful navigate the complexities of love, loss, and redemption. The week of May 26 to 30 on the bold and the beautiful promises to be one of the most emotionally charged in recent memory. Liam Spencer's battle with a terminal brain tumor takes center stage, setting off a series of revelations and confrontations that will forever alter the lives of those around him. Hope Logan has been feeling the absence of her husband, Liam, who has distanced himself from their daughter, Beth. Her concern deepens as she notices Liam's increased involvement with his daughter, Kelly, and his prolonged absence from their family. Driven by maternal instinct, Hope begins to question Liam's whereabouts and the reasons behind his behavior. Her search for answers leads her to confront Bill Spencer, hoping to uncover the truth about Liam's sudden disappearance. Steffi Forrester has been keeping a devastating secret, Liam's terminal diagnosis. Torn between respecting Liam's wishes and her own conscience, Steffi grapples with the decision to reveal the truth to Hope. Unable to bear the weight of the secret any longer, Steffi visits Brooke Logan's home, where Hope is taken aback by her unexpected arrival. Steffi struggles to find the right words, but the gravity of the situation becomes clear. Hope senses that something is terribly wrong, and Steffi finally discloses Liam's condition. Devastated by the news of Liam's illness, Hope is consumed by a whirlwind of emotions. Feelings of betrayal, confusion, and sorrow overwhelm her as she processes the revelation. Seeking solace, Hope confronts Liam at the Cliff House. In an emotionally charged conversation, Liam admits to his condition and expresses his desire to spend his remaining time with their daughter, Beth. Hope, though heartbroken, agrees to support him during this challenging time. Bill Spencer, reeling from the news of his son's terminal illness, is determined to find a way to save Liam. He explores every possible avenue, from experimental treatments to alternative therapies, refusing to accept the grim prognosis. His desperation leads him to make bold decisions, including seeking out medical professionals who specialize in cutting-edge treatments. Bill's unwavering commitment to his son showcases the depth of a father's love and the lengths he will go to for family. Despite the turmoil, the Spencer and Logan families come together to support Liam. Hope, Steffi, Bill, and others rally around Liam, putting aside past grievances to focus on what truly matters: family. In a poignant moment, they share stories, laughter, and tears, cherishing the time they have left with Liam. This week marks a turning point, not just for Liam, but for all involved as they navigate the complexities of love, loss, and reconciliation.